Hello and welcome to TTVNEWS, some latest events in the province. Ladies and gentlemen, on the afternoon of July 2nd, National Assembly deputies from the province include Mr. Nguyễn Trọng Nghĩa, Police Bureau member, head of the Central Propaganda Department, Mr. Nguyễn Mạnh Tiến, Deputy Chairman of the National Assembly Foreign Affairs Committee, Mr. Phạm Hùng Thái, Permanent Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, heads of the National Assembly delegation of the province, with delegates Hoàng Thị Thanh Thúy, Huỳnh Thanh Phương, Trần Hữu Hậu, has a meeting with voters from departments, branches, armed forces, ethnic groups, and religions in the province after the 7 sessions of the 15th National Assembly.
Voters continue to report some topical content such as the National Assembly and the government need to set specific targets to stabilize the macroeconomy. At the same time, policies to promote green economic development for businesses also need to be promoted. In addition, they need to continue to pay attention to the field of education and training, improving the quality of human resources for the country. Mr. Nguyễn Trọng Nghĩa emphasized that through the contact with voters after the 7th session, the 15th National Assembly can see that many voters in TayNinhTV have sent messages to the delegates. The National Assembly's talks and aspirations, especially contents related to social and security work. During the 8th session, the National Assembly will continue to try to pass policies related to this content, contributing to good implementation of social security and welfare work, bringing happiness to people. On the afternoon of July 2nd, 2024, the Special Working Group meeting of TayNinhTV Province took place under the chairmanship of Mr. Nguyễn Thanh Ngọc, Chairman of the People's Committee of TayNinhTV Province. Some contents provided in the meeting include reports and opinions on resolving difficulties and problems. It vitally supports businesses, investors, and investment projects in the province. The Department of Planning and Investment reports on progress in handling proposed contents at the previous meeting. According to Mr. Nguyễn Thanh Ngọc, related to the tasks assigned in the previous meeting, local departments and branches have implemented them, and there are still some issues that relevant departments, branches, and localities continue to pay attention and follow up. In case any problems arise, they need to be reported to the committee for resolution to ensure projects are implemented on schedule. The Department of Planning and Investment and other sectors are assigned to advise the Provincial Business Committee on cases where investors terminate projects, propose conversion projects, monitor the implementation progress of projects whose investment policies have been approved. Sectors and localities continue to monitor and grasp recommendations and suggestions from businesses to promptly resolve them.
At a regular meeting in July 2024, after consulting with delegates on the reports of the Departments of Planning and Investment of the province on the draft resolution on expected public investment plan in 2025 success state budget, the People's Committee of TayNinhTV Province has agreed to propose to the competent authority to allow the internal transfer of the medium-term public investment capital plans for the 2021-2025 period of Phước Border Gas construction projects to irrigation system projects on the west of Vàm Cỏ Rivers, phase number 2.
Total public investment capital in 2025 from the state budget is expected to be more than 4,329 billion Vietnam dong, of which local budget capital is nearly 3,725 billion Vietnam dong. Central budget capital is nearly 605 billion Vietnam dong. The province has reviewed the period of 2021-2025. The province has not yet implemented the Phước Border Gate construction project due to problems with planning procedures. Therefore, the Provincial Business Committee proposed to the competent authority to allow the internal transfer of the medium-term public investment capital plan for the 2021-2025 period of the Phước Border Gate construction project to the Western Irrigation System project of Vàm Cỏ River Phase 2 and assign the central budget capital plan in 2025 to the Western Vàm Cỏ River Irrigation System project. Phase 2 to speed the project implementation progress and soon put the project into use. Mr. Nguyễn Thanh Ngọc, Chairman of the People's Committee of TayNinhTV Province, assigned the TayNinhTV Department of Planning and Investment to coordinate with sectors and people's councils to take the next steps. The Provincial People's Committee will submit the Provincial People's Council for comments on the proposed 2025 public investment plan using state budget capital. On the morning of July 2, 2024, the Standing Committee of the Vietnam Federal Committee of TayNinhTV Province coordinated with departments and branches to organize propaganda to ensure traffic order and safety and prevent and combat crime, drugs, and prostitution, human trafficking to harassment and catalysts in Châu Thành district. Some main contents have been propagated by the reporters, such as the harmful effects of drugs, measures to prevent and combat drugs, methods and trace of human trafficking wrought by criminals, violation of traffic order and safety in the first 6 months of the year, violations and penalties for some violations in the field of road traffic. In addition, catalysts are also informed by social insurance officials about the basic contents of social insurance and health insurance policies, rights and obligations when participating in voluntary social insurance.
On the morning of July 1st, 10 wards and communes in Tay Ninh City simultaneously organized registrations for additional military service on July 1st, 2024.
Accordingly, the registrants are male citizens from 18 to 25 years old who have just moved in and have not registered for the first time, registering additionally for genders. Male citizens who have been educated at college or university have postponed being drafted into the army until they are 27 years old before moving in and registering for additional genders. Young people who register for additional military service have the military commands of wards and communes fully record changes in information about their political background, educational level, occupation, and place of work, family situation according to the military service registration form. After obtaining the results of additional military service registration of wards and communes, the City Military Service Council will synthesize and report the results to the Provincial Military Service Council according to regulations. In the 2024-2025 school year, TayNinhTV Provincial Ethnic Boarding High School enrolls 284 new students in on race. The total enrollment for grades 6 and 10 is 210 students, in which the number of students admitted to grade 6 is 105 students. Enrollment in grade 10 is 105 students. The total number of additional scholarships for grade 7, 8, and 9 is 74, in which grade 7 has 31 students, grade 8 has 19 students, and grade 9 has 24 students. In addition to enrollment work, the school's board of directors and teachers will go to 8 hamlets where ethnic minorities live to listen to the thoughts and aspirations of the students and their parents.
And ladies and gentlemen, in the TayNinhTV Province planning period of 2021 to 2030 with a vision to 2050, TayNinhTV Province aims to develop 6 key industries. There are the following industries: mechanical engineering, electronics, supporting industry, high-tech industry, textile industry, fabric production, textile raw materials manufacturing, rubber and plastic processing, food production and processing industry, garment leather and footwear industry, recycle energy. In particular, for the mechanical engineering, electronics supporting industry, high-tech industry, TayNinhTV Province will promote the production of mechanical products serving agriculture, such as agricultural machines, based on the advantage of highly mechanized agriculture, mechanical engineering, electrical and electronic equipment. The province will also promote the development of process industry, vegetables, fruits, livestock products, and forest products also. Priority is given to projects that produce processed vegetables, fruits, and food products toward the specialties, ensuring the international standards of food safety oriented toward export. As for the renewable energy industry, the province will exploit it into the maximum potential advantages, priority for developing the renewable energy of solar power, biomass power, etc., and turning Taynin into a major renewable energy center of the country.
Taynin is estimated to disburse over 1,282 billion Vietnam dong by June 30, 2024, reaching nearly 31% of the plan assigned by the Prime Minister, achieve over 30% of the plan assigned by the Provincial Business Council. To speed up the progress of basic construction and complete the annual plan, integral key tasks and solutions. For the last 6 months of the year, the People's Committee of Taynin Province assigned to departments, districts, towns, and cities, which focuses on promoting the disbursement of public investment capital of the recovery program and three national targets programs focus on site clearance and preparation of materials to serve key projects and works. Promotes reform of administrative procedures at all levels of government, establish working groups, promotes removing difficulties in disbursement of public investment capital, strengthen discipline, handle stagnation phenomena, using personnel measures. Each individual and each performing tasks in the field of public investment needs to improve their sense of responsibility, public service ethics, and act decisively to remove and handle difficulties and obstacles.
Ladies and gentlemen, from July 1st, 2024, the law on identification takes effect. Together with localities across the country, Taynin Provincial Police has prepared the condition to organize the collections of identification documents for citizens according to the 2023 identification law.
The 2023 law on identification officially takes effect from June 1, 2024, officially changing the name of citizen identification cards to identification cards. In addition, this is the first time people under 6 years old are issued identification cards. The law expands to more subjects, specifically issuing identification cards to citizens from 0 to under 6 years old and issuing identification cards to citizens from 6 years old to under 14 years old. The remaining citizens from 14 years old or older will be carried out as before, but receiving identification documents this time has a more advanced point, including receiving biometrics to add to the tip of the identification card. In order for the 2023 identification law to come to life, Taynin Provincial Police advised the Provincial Business Committee and the force to issue a plan to implement the law, mobilize participation of all levels and status in implementing the law, promote propaganda work. Through review, there are over 20,000 people under 6 still valid, but the citizen needs to change to a new ID card. Go to the police station to have a new card reissued normally. Today, July 1st, the newly issued ID card took effect. I excitedly took my 2 children to do it. I have 2 children. The oldest is 13 years old. The other is 6 years old. Coming here to carry out on administrative procedures or do anything for children will be convenient in the future. For reverse citizen identification cards that still have an expiry date on the card, they will still be processed normally until their validity expires. The meaning we can still use them to carry out transaction rights in case of cards is still valid, but the citizen needs to change to a new ID card to go to the police station to have a new card reissued normally. From July 1, 2024, the Police Department for Administrative Management of Social Order and the Police Team for Administrative Management of Social Order of District, City, and Town Police continue to issue grants, identification, and electronic identification for citizens in accordance with the regulations.
Dear audience, currently in Phước Bình, Cam Ranh, Trảng Bàng Thao, there are many effective cow farming models bringing high economic value. Mr. Tạ Văn Thuyền, member of the Farmers Association, Bình Phước Hamlet, Phước Bình, Cam Ranh, Trảng Bàng Thao, is a typical example.
Mr. Ta Văn Thuan's family was loaned 50 million Vietnam dong from Trong Bang Tao Bank for social policies from the loan source to create jobs. After receiving the loan plus the family's accumulated capital, Mr. Thuan invested in implementing a reproductive cow farming model, following the direction of raising to take advantage of food sources from natural grassland. At first, he only bought 2 breeding cows, and after 1 year of investing in taking care of the first flock of calves was born. Realizing that breeding cows is easy to care for, has low raising costs, takes advantage of many food sources, does not require much effort, does not have to spend money to buy food, and brings high economic efficiency. Therefore, when cows give birth to calves, he keeps them as breeders to expand the scale of farming. Currently, his family always has 6 breeding cows. Each year, he earns from 30 to 60 million Vietnam dong from selling calves. In addition to raising cows, Mr. Thuan also cultivates rice. Each rice crops he earns from 30 to 40 million Vietnam dong. Thanks to Japan's policies and government policies for farmers like us, I raise cows, so my family's economy has improved. Cows give birth 6 to 7 months a year before being sold. Selling calves will be convenient for buyers. Cow prices at this time are a bit low, but thanks to many cows, the family's economy is more stable than before. In recent times, the process of paying interest and depositing savings on time, according to bank regulations, has been effective. At the same time, farmers' capital has also generated many progress in production and business. For example, Mr. Thuan's family's annual breeding cows have also increased family economic income in addition to income from rice. In addition, Mr. Thuan also actively sets and gas to help people in the community develop their economy. It can be seen that loans from the Bank for Social Policies have contributed to family economic development, bringing practical benefits to people, especially families lacking capital for production, helping households have conditions to improve the economy and improve quality of life.
And ladies and gentlemen, currently most households are still not equipped and give yourself escape skills as well as firefighting and rescue equipment. And to make the people more aware of their work, fire prevention and rescue, TayNinhTV Police organized many propaganda sections and practical experiences in fire protection and prevention of firefighting, and thereby bringing many positive changes in consciousness of the people. And the focus of the propaganda section is to experience and to practice the fire prevention and rescue is to guide participants in handling the fire explosion situations and escape skills when a fire occurs in a household places where the people gather, and use the fire prevention equipment on site firefighting, especially experience and practice firefighting and rescue to raise awareness about the fire prevention and rescue. And thereby, when a fire or explosion accident occurs, only people can calmly handle the situation. Propaganda and experience programs are often held at schools because the children and people are an important factor in propaganda and raising awareness about the work in fire prevention and rescue in the family and the whole society. And the content of the fire prevention and fighting team has been propagated to the unit, and the unit considers this to be an extremely necessary work, and it is also necessary to propagate and spread not only within the unit of the school, but also to the people and the parents of the children and the peoples of the community area. In the near future, the school will organize the fire prevention team of Human Châu District propagandize more talk, especially in the 2024 and 2025 school year. And through theoretical propaganda sections, many people, especially young people, still do not fully grasp this its importance of fire prevention and fighting and rescue work, and therefore the organization of escape experiences in the environment with loss of smoke and escape from high floors is essential in propaganda sections and fire prevention practice experiences and rescue. I think smoke is normal, but experienced it today. At first, there was smoke coming out. My heart was beating very fast. At first, I felt panicked and scared. But then there was the police officer who stopped me, guide us, and stick to the wall so we can escape. I will go home to inform and give the propaganda to my parents, my relatives about the fire prevention and fighting. Fire prevention and rescue have a role to play extremely important in life. Fire and explosion can easily occur, and if there is no timely remedial measures, will cause serious human damage and assets also. And to help the people recognize the role and importance of the fire prevention and rescue, it is necessary to organize propaganda, experience and practice actions that closely follow reality, such as creating a stimulated fire environment instead of propaganda sections, focusing only on knowledge of fire prevention and rescue as before.
That's all for today, TTV News. Thank you for being with us and goodbye for now.